Living my life like it's golden. It will take me far. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life. How y'all doing out there? Come on. Waiting on y'all to come on. It's Tuesday. It's time to I Choose Me. And we missed a week. We missed last week. Cold water. I love these bottles. I don't know if y'all got these bottles, but these things keep your stuff cold. Well, since this is live, I guess people start coming while I'm talking. It'll be recorded. You can rewind and catch the beginning. So I'm just going to start right now. First of all, I just want to start by saying it's Tuesday, y'all. It's I Choose Me, hashtag no more excuses. Just so grateful to be here. I missed last week. Last week, I went, hey, Kia. Hey, Kia. Thank you for tuning in. But last week, I wasn't able to go live because I was traveling back, celebrating my birthday, y'all. I'm 37. So had a good time. Went to celebrate. My niece turned 21. Shout out to Janine. But she turned 21, and we have the same birthday. Hey, Aunt Karen. And so we celebrated our birthdays together. We had an amazing time. But on the travel back, I was trying to go live, but on the road, I wasn't getting no signal. So I said I'm gonna do the same topic I was gonna do last week. So as always, I want to start by saying, oh wait, before I do anything, today is my best friend's birthday. So I want to say happy birthday, Amina. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Terry, another Leo. Happy birthday to you, Boo. Happy birthday, y'all. Leo season, we rocking out right now. It's almost over, but we've been enjoying it. We've been waiting long enough. But I always like to start with our motto, which is I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. And that's what the journey of I Choose Me is all about. It's about our loving our today, loving and embracing who we are so that we can be who we are supposed to be, because that's what the journey is all about. Hey Latifa, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in and seeing Latifa and Nakia. If you guys missed our spa retreat, oh, it was amazing. We had the best time. Thank everybody who came in support. Thank everybody who was a part of the experience. It was hands down an amazing experience. So we're working on doing others. But at this time, I just want to start by saying, yes, it was. See, Tifa was there. She said, yes, it was. We had the best time. Listen to me. The best time. Amazing time. I'm gonna snap from these are people that was there. If you missed it, you missed it. I'm telling you, it was amazing. It was love overload. But at this time, last week while I was on my little birthday getaway, I got this idea of doing a topic about stop waiting and start building. Stop waiting and start building. And so what I mean by that is, I'm going to give an example of me. In the process of the I Choose Me hashtag, no more excuses, it's been a vision of mine. Hey Nick, thank you for tuning in. It's been a vision of mine for years to create this movement of I Choose Me, to create this movement. It's been a vision of mine for years to be able to do my play, which I last week did my first auditions, amazing auditions. I got one more coming up, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the tape, at the end of our I Choose Me. So, but what I realize is that in life, we get so caught up in trying to make everything perfect before we begin to walk in our stuff. We get so caught up in thinking that everything has to line up just right in order for us to do what is in our heart to do. And so one of the most amazing things that happened to me this year, and don't mind my nails, I didn't have time to do nothing. But one of the most amazing things that happened to me this year, what happened to me this year is that I met this amazing lady named Maria Macon. And Miss Maria gave me one of the most valuable pieces of information. When I thought about me and my play and me waiting, I wrote that play in 2012. And here we are in 2017, and I hadn't began to bring my play about because I was waiting for everything to be perfect, and I was waiting for life to show up so I can be able to do what it takes. And I went and met Miss Maria Macon, a divine connection. And what she said to me that resonated so powerfully was, she said, listen, all you got to worry about is walking, and God will do the rest. As long as you continue to strive and walk, you watch how life happens. Now, I took that piece of information. I said, you know what? The only thing I haven't done was move. I've talked about it. I've prepared for it. I wrote it. I did the work, but I just haven't been moving because I was waiting for everything to fall in place. When I began to walk, like she said, which is faith, when I began to walk in the dream, when I began to just say, well, what can I do? What are the little things I can do? God opened up another door. And so when she said to walk in your stuff and just believe you can go there and just continue to make stride toward it, that was my goal. So I said, okay, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give me a date. So January we're gonna do a play, right? That's what I said. We're gonna get a date. And so now I'm thinking, now how am I gonna do this? How is this gonna come together? I get asked to do a speaking engagement. And when I go to my speaking engagement, another young lady, another divine connection was in the audience. Her name is Simple. And so I meet her and I connect with her and to do some work with her, and it turns out that she has something for me. So now she's gonna be a producer and help me with my play. But had I not been walking, had I not been doing the work, had I not been believing in the dream, had I not been putting myself in the midst of people and having the right conversations, I would have missed out on all my blessings. And so if I was waiting for everything to go perfect, I would have never arrived. Hey, Ma, thank you for tuning in. And when my mother just tuned in and gave me this story I wanted to share with you. My mother was telling me when she moved to Jamaica, that in Jamaica, the way they build their homes is, they don't build the whole house. They build room by room. And they're living there as they're building their home, as they're building their fortress, as they're building their life. And while they're building, they use what they have. And so if you can start with the places where I could do a kitchen now, so you start with the kitchen. That they live in the kitchen, they build the kitchen. They stay there, then they move on to another part of the house, and another part of the house, and another part of the house. And so that gave me the idea of using what you already have to start building, to start moving, because if we keep on waiting for everything to be perfect, we'll never get to where we're supposed to go. Because nothing is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be mapped out for you. Nothing is going to be laid out for you. What it requires you to do is begin to believe in what you have. Begin to see what you have. And as you begin to operate and believe and see what you have, you start to realize that you got enough to build your foundation. So all that time I'm waiting for the piece at the top, and God was saying, you can't get no more pieces because you haven't even begun to build your foundation. All this extra stuff that you're getting is beginning to get weathered and rot away because you got more than you can build with, right? And so we begin to lose the essence and the quality of the products that we've been collecting because it's been sitting so long. You know what happens when you pull something out and you let it sit there too long? It starts to get dusty. It starts to lose its power. It starts to lose the essence of what it is because it hasn't been used. And so if you would just begin to pay attention to the things that you have that can start your foundation and begin to build toward your dream, I'm a living testimony that life and God will show up every time. There are people waiting for you at different places, at different spaces in your life to give you the next piece to build. So stop waiting on having all the pieces, because all the pieces you can't get at the same place. Begin to start building your stuff so that you can start get into new levels and get into better quality stuff, right? So God said, I gave you enough to build your foundation. Start building that. And then I'm going to take you a little bit further for you to get the exquisite furniture. But you're not ready for the furniture yet. You haven't built the house. And so let's begin to start with nurturing the things we do have. That's what gratefulness looks like, y'all. That's what it looks and that's what it looks like to be grateful. It's when you take what you have and start to mold and make a masterpiece. It's when you take what you were given and you start to create in your dream. And so the more I begin to move and the more I begin to operate and the more I begin to use what I have, the more God begins to place into my life. The more divine connections he adds into my space. And so I'm telling you from experience, that if you want and are ready to live in whatever dream you have, if it's a house, if it's a car, I'm going to tell you something prophetic that we did this weekend. We did vision boards. And what vision boards are is basically you putting your blueprint, you putting your dreams, you putting your aspirations, the desires of your heart and soul on paper. Creating a plan, a format for your life. And then you put it out, and as you have it out, you're operating and you understand where you're going. And so you can begin to walk toward where you are trying to head. But if you forget to write down the blueprint, then you will miss pieces when you're building the masterpiece, right? Every house starts from a blueprint. Nobody just comes and drops the house. There is a process. But I'm telling you that you have what you need to start. And oh, speaking of a house, that just gave me a great idea. I don't know if anybody see Aina here. There's some people who building their house from the ground up, right? And so you go through steps. First you pick your lot, right? And then you start to begin to look through what style of house you want, right? And then they give you a blueprint. This is the blueprint of what we're gonna build here. Then your next step is for them to come in and put the foundation down. And the next step is for them to put electricity. And I might be wrong, I don't know the exact order, but you get what I'm saying. The point is that they are steps. And they don't start with all the pieces. They don't just come and drop all the pieces on the land. They start piece by piece, because that's what good structure looks like. And so, if you want to have the best thing, if you want to have what you want, stop waiting. You're not getting any younger. You're not getting any wiser. What you know already is enough to start you with where you are headed. So just get the pieces that you have and begin to build your dreams. Begin to believe in the process. Begin to start the journey. And I promise you, along the way, God will connect you with the right divine connections in order to fulfill your divine assignment so you can reach your supreme moment in destiny. So it's about the steps we take. It's about the joy that we have. It's about how we want to move, how we want to experience life. And it's about us being grateful and understanding that everything we need, we already have. It's about us going in, doing it, and just operating in it. Mine says, we must believe we are truly fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are God's works in our lives. Trust the genius God placed within. Absolutely. Say that. Thank you. Yes. And so, I'm not going to keep it long. I wanted to keep it nice, short, sweet, and simple. Stop waiting to start living the life you've always dreamed of. Begin with one step. Turn it into another step and turn it into another step. And one day you're going to wake up and can't believe where you are. Trust me, I'm feeling myself moving. The momentum is picking up. And I'm just excited about the journey. And I'm just telling you, I too had to realize that I need to stop collecting moving parts and start moving in my dreams. Stop collecting moving parts and start paying attention to the divine connection God is placing in my life. Pay attention. Be aware. Be open and be ready so that if you start building what you have, it won't take you so long to get to the next step. Because if I use my foundation now, when I get a new piece, I know exactly where to put it. I don't have to waste time trying to put everything out and figure it out. Use what you got, and as you get new pieces, it won't slow down your momentum. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't want your momentum to slow down, start with what you have and begin piece by piece. So as you get peace, you continue to build higher and higher on your dreams, in your journey, and in your life. And so I would like to share this particular poem for this week will be one of my favorites. One of the ones written just for me. This is one of my 10% that was directly associated with my journey. And this one is called Wishing on a Star. Crying and waiting, holding on to a dream. Never hesitating that life isn't what it seems. You know this journey that you're on leads to the same place. But as you're making different detours, you can't keep the tears from rolling down your face. When will I open the door to this dream I've held on to for so long? When will I complete the lyrics to ending this sad song? For it seems day after day I'm getting further from where I want to be. And I'm crying out to God to come and rescue me. Rescue me from this disappointment because things just won't go right. Throw in the towel before I get killed in this fight. But what he had to show me was that I had another round of fight to give. And he then gave me a sip of water and breathed the will in me to live. He said the dream that he gave me is what keeps me going. And he wakes me up with that purpose without me ever even knowing. That the dream that he gave me sustained the life he placed in me. Which made me want to strive and love who he created me to be. So I did not get so caught up in the dream, but embrace what it meant. Because giving me purpose is what the dream represents. So I will never let go of my dream. I mean my purpose, no matter how long I wait. Because God may not come when I want him, but he's never a minute too late. And so that is what I want you to realize. That it may not seem like life is going the way you want it. It may not seem like you're about to reach your pinnacle. It may not seem like you're ready to start building. But I'm telling you, you are ready to start building. You have enough to start moving. You have enough to start going toward your dreams and your desires. Don't let life and what you think you don't have stop you from achieving what you should have. Continue to keep on going, continue to keep on climbing, and continue to understand that it starts from little pieces that then become big pieces. Put your little pieces together, move in a continual way, and you'll see that life will happen. And so I also, at this time, I just want to do a reminder for anybody that might be interested in audition for the play, Picking Up the Broken Pieces. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. And so if you've always wanted to be an actor, if you always wanted to share, if you always wanted to do something great, if you have a gift inside of you, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for your gift. I'm looking for your passion. You don't have to have experience. I want to know where your heart is. I want to know what your passion is, because everybody needs a first time to represent. Everybody needs a first chance to show up for their lives. And so I'm telling you that I'm willing to give you a first chance if it's your passion and you're gifted in it. Okay, so I'm not just talking about passion. Let's make sure we got some gifts in it. But if you've been waiting so long, or if you've been on this journey of acting, I would love for you to be a part of this project. It's going to be amazing. It's called Picking Up the Broken Pieces, and our auditions, our second audition will be this Saturday from 10 to 1 p.m. at the Little Rock Culture Center, 401 North Myers. And if you look at the page, of course, I have flyers, and I'll have the flyer up for the play on all of my little pages, so you can definitely get the address if you forget this. But at this time, let me see if anybody's saying that. Stand for no one more. There you go. The lessons. Thank you. So I was just making sure that at this time, anybody have a question or anything they want me to address or anything? I'm going to give you a second. And I just want to remind everybody that you are important. You were born enough. And that where you are going is all up to you. Where you want to be is up to you. You dictate your future. You dictate your reality. And you can have all your heart's desires. If you believe in you and you love you and you show up for you, life happens. I'm a living testimony that life happens when you show up for you. And so at this time, I just want to say love grows everything. So please be mindful how you treat people. Be mindful what you say to people, and always show love. Continue to build yourself up so that you can go to the levels that you were designed to go. At this time, I want to end with our motto, which is I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. That's what the journey of I Choose Me is all about. And so until next week, or until Saturday, for those of you that's coming out for auditions, I just want to say I love, love, love you. And I'm so grateful that we are going on this journey together to begin to pick ourselves up, love ourselves, and understand that we are perfectly made, one of a kind, and what we have to offer, life is waiting on. So I want you all to live your life like it's golden. Turn it up for me, DJ. Live your life like it's golden, because it is. You only get one. You're only responsible for one, and that's you. Your soul, your dreams, your desires. You're responsible for it. Golden, golden. I'm not gifted in singing, but you know. Love you guys. Until next Tuesday, I Choose Me. # no more excuses, because you were born enough.